Okay, right now is what time? 12:45. 12:45. So I just finished my work. So I'm going back home. So it's another day. It's very tired day also for today. Okay, let me see. There's a podcast. Let's see, what podcast do they have? Maybe a ghost story. Oh, forgot where to find. Podcasts. How to find podcasts? Yeah. Okay, Seram Shock. Okay, let me choose. Watch when you're walking.
This is a Shock podcast.
Okay,
Welcome back to Seram Storytime Season 2 with me, Ely. It's a podcast where I tell you horror stories that happen to real people. Now, it is up to you to believe it or not, but what you're about to hear is very real. Don't say I didn't warn you. The names in the story have been changed to protect their real identities. Now, after you hear this story, be careful when you walk. In public spaces, in jungles, wherever you want to walk. Just be careful, okay? Now, obviously, I'm going to change the name of the person because this person is actually a good friend of my mom's back in the 70s. So, they were basically teenagers. So, we're going to call this girl Aisha. Now, before I tell you this story, I just want to let you know that I don't know how accurate this story is and I don't know whether it's 100% real. But as a kid, when I was hearing this story, it really feels like one of those myths that you hear so that, you know, like orang tua can tell like little kids, like, hey, be careful lah when you walk to places, okay? So that's just a disclaimer, right? Now, Aisha is a regular person, you know, she goes to school like all of us, right? She studies to get good grades for SPM, yeah, because she was Form 4 at the time. She was walking back home from school as usual, you know, every single day, the same route, the same routine, going back to the house after school. And one day she was walking and she suddenly sort of found this shrine. You know, it's like one of those shrines that people pray at. You can find these shrines at playgrounds, you can find it at tamans, you can basically find it in neighborhoods. Basically, as she walked past the shrine, she accidentally kicked a vase. It was a small vase. It was ceramic, and in the vase there was some sort of like ash. We don't know what it is, but it's obviously some sort of like burned something. I would say it's ash. It looked like ash, you know. It looked burned. It was grey, and it all fell all over the ground. The ash was just spilled all over the ground, and she panicked. Because in her head, in that moment, she's like, oh my goodness, this is somebody's like shrine. I messed up. I'm going to get in trouble. And, you know, being a 16-year-old girl walking back from school, obviously you get scared, right? You don't want to get in trouble. You don't want your parents to know. You don't want anyone to know. So what she did was she just walked away. She walked away so fast. She was like, she didn't look back. She was like, it's fine. Whatever. It was a mistake. It's all good. She goes home, you know, meets her family as usual, whatever. But then things started becoming weird because Aisha's family noticed a lot of weird things that Aisha would do that she has never done before. Now, Aisha's a normal girl who studies hard, gets the grades, and you know. But Aisha's family noticed a lot of weird things that started happening. how Aisha would be in a daze sometimes when they're talking to her and she wouldn't reply. Or how Aisha would wake up in the middle of the night screaming and they would run to her room and be like, what's wrong? What's wrong? And she's like, oh my God, I had a nightmare of something saying that they want me, they're looking for me. And obviously at first, they thought, hey, she's a teenager. She's probably going through a phase. It's all good. It's fine. But then things didn't stop. As things progressed, weeks and weeks in, she would be very, very weird, because there'll be days where Aisha would not talk at all day. And there'll be days where Aisha would not want to go to school. And there'll be days where Aisha would leave the house at 3 in the morning and she'll be missing. And this is when her family is like, okay, something is wrong, right? Is she going through like a psychotic episode? Is she going through some sort of phase? Like, what is happening, right? So obviously they brought her to the clinic, they brought her to the doctors to check what's up. And everything was fine. Her vitals was good. She was absolutely healthy. Everything was great. And so when she started disappearing from the house at 3 in the morning, because every morning when her mom would wake up, her mom would notice that her door would be wide open and the main door of the house would be wide open as well. And she would just disappear. But thank goodness, of all the times that she would disappear, it wouldn't be too far away, right? She would be like maybe 5 minutes away from their house. She ended up at the playground or something, just sitting there in a daze. And then sometimes they would find her at like the local market near their house, and she would just be there in a daze. So after a while, thank goodness her mom is pretty spiritual. So she decided, look, this is not normal. My daughter has been going through a lot of these weird episodes where she would just stare into space and not say anything and do all these things, which would just be like, this is not normal. So she feels like this is something spiritual or something supernatural. And so she decided, okay lah. The family had a discussion and thought, okay, let's call an ustad. So obviously this ustad comes, looks at her, and immediately his face changed, because he then tells Aisha's family, okay, there is something disturbing your daughter, and this thing is strong. I'm talking like this thing wants her life strong. Some of this is sounding ridiculous, like what do you mean, and obviously Aisha's mom is like, oh my gosh, like I believe this 100%, please help her, what can we do to stop this madness, right? And obviously the ustad was like, okay, because she always disappears, it seems like this thing wants us to go somewhere, but we don't know where it is. Because like if we look back, right, at all of the track record of her disappearing from the house, she would go to like the playground near their house, or they would go to the local market of her house, right? So it's so obvious that this entity or whatever it is that's disturbing her wants her to go somewhere. And so the ustad tells Aisha's family, look, this is very dangerous for your daughter, because she could end up at a very dangerous place that could be very hazardous to her life. So this is what we're going to do. We're going to make sure that you put locks on every door of the house so she can't go out. So on her door, put 3 locks. On the main door, put 3 locks, right? So there's like all these locks and keys, and obviously like as a family member of Aisha, you would think, okay, yeah, this is good. Like she can't go out, right? Because little small teenage girl who probably wouldn't even have the strength to break out of the house with all these locks on, right? Now, one day, unfortunately, this is a very, very sad story. When I really think about this, I get really sad for Aisha's family, but this was the day that really changed Aisha's family's life. Because this was the first time out of the weeks that they were trying to, do treatments and trying to help her and doing all these prayers, this was the day that Aisha disappeared from their house. But it wasn't through the door. The locks were still locked. Everything was fine. But the family noticed in the morning that her windows were wide open. And by the way, they live in like a 3-floor house. So I guess they didn't think that she could go out of the house on the 3rd floor, right, through the window. Like that's just not possible. So they didn't think about the window. But this was the first time Aisha somehow took all of her curtains, and all of her curtains was like tied up in a rope, like how like people would escape from the house, right? So the curtain was sort of stuck to like her bed, and it went down the window. So that was when they knew, oh my gosh, she took all the curtains, she tied it up, and she climbed down and left. Now obviously at this point everybody panicked, because it was weeks and weeks and weeks of Aisha being in the house and she was fine, and this was the first time in a while that she left. And nobody knew what time she left, nobody knew where she went. And when they went to all the places that she would usually go to, she wasn't there. And that was when Aisha's family panicked. They called the cops. They did everything they can. They filed a missing child report. Like, it was that bad because they were very scared. They were very, very worried about her well-being. And somehow, for some reason, Aisha's dad was, I guess, driving around. I think he wanted to go find her. And they actually found her at a train station. Not that far away from the house, really. It was maybe like 15 minutes away. It was a train station, and I remember like just imagining Aisha's family when they saw what they saw when they got to the train station. They saw Aisha on the train tracks with her hands, literally, like her hands were just wide open, you know, like she was just freeing herself. She was just like, yes, it's like something that you do when you want to go on like a bungee jump or something, you know what I mean? You put your hands wide open, and she looked so in a daze, like she wasn't herself. And before they could go get her, unfortunately, guys, and like I'm really sad that this happened, but unfortunately, guys, the train hit her. Honestly, very, very sad to hear that Aisha passed away because of this incident. I remember as a kid, right, when I heard this story from my mom, and my grandma was also there, we were all like telling each other this story. They would always tell me, Ili, if you go to like the hutan, or if you go out with your friends, or like, you know, you're going somewhere that you've never been before, and if you accidentally kick something that you're not supposed to kick, or you accidentally push something that you're not supposed to push, or if you accidentally touch something that you're not supposed to touch, say sorry. And I always thought that was ridiculous, guys. I'm like, say sorry to who? But they were very serious. They were like, look, I'm telling you this story because these things happen. That you don't know what you're going to be messing around with. You don't know how strong these beings are in the supernatural realm. So if you have accidentally hit something that you in your heart know, like,
red light camera reported ahead.
say sorry out loud. Like, literally be like, I'm so sorry, I didn't mean to, I was just walking, you know, as usual, like living life, and I accidentally kicked it. I'm so sorry, please don't disturb me or my family, and walk away. And so, guys, I don't know about you, but till this day, right, being 29, it's been 29 years I've been stepping on this earth. I've always looked where I walked, because I feel like, I don't want to ever end up like Aisha, or end up like anybody else who has gone through this situation. This is just so sad. And wow, I feel like this story for Seram Storytime is way too real for me. This is a lot, but I really hope you guys enjoyed this story. But also, please be careful, okay? Because you really never know what you're gonna end up being if you accidentally do these things. And that's the thing, it's not even your fault, right? It's not even your fault. You don't even know that something was there, and you didn't even know that something was there being angry at you. But just know that every single time you walk in public spaces, or in the forest, or wherever it is that you're going, hiking or whatever, okay, just please be careful, guys, because you really never know what you're gonna meet. Rest in peace to Aisha, and I hope that Aisha's family is doing very well. So yes, guys, that was it for the story. Yeah, I know it's a lot, but thank you so much for listening to Sam Story Time. And as always, my name is Ili. Till next time.
Alright, that's a supernatural story that we just heard. It's from a podcast. Okay, right now we are going through this very special road in Penang Island. So there's a festival called Thaipusam. So it's for Hindu friends. Okay, Thaipusam. So there's 2 days more, if I'm not mistaken. So you see, yeah. So tomorrow this road I think will be closed. So there's no car can go through. So you see how nice they are decorating the tents. So with the lights, everything. Wow. So nice. So they're doing their decoration through the nights. Okay. So yeah, the whole stretch of road. This is what road is this? Waterfall Road. Okay, there's along the roads. There's up to the waterfall there. There's a Hindu temple. I'm not sure what was the temple name. I'm not sure what it's got name. Krishna, if I'm not mistaken. So let's see. So starting today is already jammed. Then tomorrow the road will be worse. Okay. So a lot of people, Hindu friend out of Penang will come to visit here. So let's see. Wow, they didn't play any music. Yeah, supposedly they'll play a music. Maybe it's too late, so it's controlled by police. So they respect the laws. So they didn't play any music. Okay. Actually, it's okay to play a music, but yeah lah. See, this both side there's a resident area also. So maybe they respect each other. Okay. So they didn't play a music. Yeah. So they're only decorating the tents, the whole stretch of road. Okay. So actually didn't turn on everything because it's not ready yet. Today is Tuesday. The real day is Thursday. So tomorrow night will be very, very congested. It's full of people. It's not full of cars. It's full of people. So see, right now the road also got jammed a bit, but it's okay. It's okay. It's a very nice scenery. There's a light everywhere. Yeah, actually, Thaipusam, they celebrate. There's a what God, I forgot the name. Suddenly I forgot the name. So fight off the devil, the evil. So okay. See how nice. How nice. Yeah. It's very nice, this one. It's very nice. It's very nice. Yeah, most of them they are drawing a pattern of flower on the road. Okay, on the road. This is an art. Okay, it's very nice, but we can't see it here. It's very nice. Every tense there's a drawing of the arts. Mostly are flower decorations. Yeah, it's very nice. Okay. That's special about Malaysia. We got Malay, we got Indian, we got Chinese. So this every time there's a festival. Okay, like Chinese festival, Indian festival, Malay festival, yeah, so on. why is this jam? It's not supposed to be jam. Maybe they are doing something. Maybe they are doing something, so temporarily block the road. Yeah. It's been so long I never been here. I mean for the festival. When I was a kid, you can walk along these roads. There's all the people will giving you free drinks, free snack if I'm not mistaken. Until up to the temple, there's free food also. Rice with parapu curry. Very, very nice. Very, very nice. So I'm not sure nowadays they still practice this or not. Should be. The free of drinks. As you see. Yeah. This girl are drawing. It's very nice. It's a fantastic art. Okay. Not a simple person can draw this. This is an art. This type of tradition you have to keep for everlasting. Otherwise, what happened? I think something wrong with the traffic. Something wrong. Shouldn't be jammed like this. Bro, you don't simply stop the car here. What happened? Come on. Is that a Kawadi? Yeah. Wow, this is one of the nice decoration also. Ah, yes, there's a chariot. Okay. No wonder there's a jam. There's a chariot. So they are on the way. Hey, where the chariot goes? I don't know. To the temple? On the top of the... Yeah. If I'm not mistaken, this is Lord Ganesh. Yeah? Ganesh? It's an elephant god. Okay. Okay, the traffic is going smooth now. Hi, what happened again? It's jam again. Please, it's quite late already. I need to go home. I need to go back. So sad they didn't play a music. I love their music. I love their music. The music will make your spirit up. To be frank, the music will make your spirit up. There's a drum. Oh, wow! It's very nice art. Okay, that's the end. That's the end. Okay. Okay. These are selling food. Okay. There's no free food. They are selling food. Okay. Should we continue back our story?
This is a Shock Podcast.
Welcome back to Seram Storytime Season 2 with me, Ely. This is a podcast where I tell you horror stories that happen to real people. Now, it is up to you to believe it or not, but what you're about to hear is very real. Don't say I didn't warn you. The names in the story have been changed to protect their real identities. And today is a very special episode because one of my very awesome close friends is in the studio with me, who is an amazing singer-songwriter with a song WHUT that's over so many million streams. Hi, Aisha right now.
What's that?
Wow.
I'm getting the vibe already.
Oh my god, stop.
Let us stop. This is not ASMR, right? It's different.
Yeah, this is scary.
So I need to have at least a tone. This is my tone.
This looks
Scary
scary.
tone.
Yeah, we can do that.
Yeah.
Okay, so Aisha, do you believe in ghosts? Do you believe in spirits?
I would have to say partially. I partially believe in ghosts. Yeah.
Oh, partially. Why partially?
Eventually, as my age number grows, I feel like all of the experience that I have gone through back in my student days and everything just kind of makes sense nowadays. And as I read a lot of fact stories of my friends telling me this and that, I think that I can incorporate all of the experience that I have experienced with whatever that my friends has been telling me. So now that it is kind of making sense, I would say I partially believe in ghosts.
Oh my goodness. Did something happen to you personally?
Yeah. Let's start off with that.
Ooh.
Why do I sound like Kourtney Kardashian suddenly?
Is this how you and I vibe when it comes to scary stories? Because we're trying not to be scared.
Yeah. Usually those are macam the scaredy cats one kan.
Yes.
Yeah, macam, oh no, I'm not scared.
Yeah.
I'm not traumatized. Okay, so the story started off back when I was 18 years old. So this college, they have a few dorms that has been, not a lot of people are living in there for a couple of years already. So it has been opened again for my program, 2020.
Yes.
Yeah, so my batch, we all live in that very same dorm called Block C.
Okay.
So this Block C is famous for the haunting experiences. And then when I started living there around a couple of months, I felt really nothing, how to say, it was scary.
Yeah, it was okay.
And it was just okay because in the room itself, I live with 4 of my friends. Yeah, 4 of my roommates who I just met at that time. And they were telling like all the horror stories about the room itself.
Ooh.
Yeah. Because in the dorm itself, the toilet is not in the room. Yeah, it's outside. So if you want to take a bath or take a number 2 or something, you need to go out, and it's quite far.
Oh my gosh, it's so scary though. Like
it's quite far, and you have to go through that one aisle, like in order for you to reach the bathroom. So you need to have your phone with you, maybe if you're like a scaredy cat, to put on a blast full of music and stuff. And that's what I did. So at that time, it was like 1 a.m. after I performed. So it's a show. They asked me to sing and stuff like that. The performance had habis and all, and then I went to the bathroom because I want to take the number 2.
Could spend there for like 20 minutes,
Yeah, alone, because all of my roommates tido already, sleep already. So I was like, okay, the lights are like quite dimmed at that time, and I was like, okay, go to the toilet, and suddenly I heard someone kind of like knocking on my door. I was like, dia cakap like, can you be faster? Cepat sikit.
Huh?
Because I want to use the bathroom. Bathroom sebelah rosak.
Oh, is serious? Huh?
Yeah, but like the voice is like very, how to say, it sounded like they are, I'm not saying they, that thing is like imitating my friend's voice.
So it sounded like your friend, but not really.
Yeah, my roommate. So I was like, okay, kejap, because I thought you're already asleep and so that. So I was like, okay, I'm taking my beautiful time here, taking number 2 here, you know, not minding all of this stuff that has been going on, right? And I was like, okay, kejap, wait. And then suddenly when I go out, there's no like feet existed at the time, because you know when there's like feet or feet stomping and stuff, you can actually feel it and you can see it, but none.
Oh my god.
So I was like, maybe my friend went to the other bathroom just thinking positively and went back to sleep.
Yeah.
And then I went back to my room. She was fully asleep and at the very same position, sleeping position where I left my roommate just now. And I was like, okay. I still don't believe anything scary at that time. And then right after I wiped my makeup off and everything after the show, and I was like, I don't have like a very right feeling at that time. I felt like something is off. Something was off, and then I went back to sleep. And then that was the time that I had a very major sleep paralysis. So at the time I was like, that was my very first sleep paralyzed moment.
Like, did you feel like something was holding on your chest?
It's like my sleeping position was like onto
the side
of the wardrobe.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I can, if you're having sleep paralysis, you can visualize everything that is going on when you're actually opening your eyes, right?
Yes.
And it was like, okay, my eyes was heading to the wardrobe, and I saw something up on the wardrobe.
Oh my god, Aisha.
And it was my friend.
Oh?
No, but it wasn't scary at all. Like that thing wasn't scary at all. It's just like, I'm actually she was like doing like, I'm searching for your stuff, because up on the wardrobe was my bags, full of bags and so that.
But you saw your friend on the wardrobe?
Yeah.
What?
And I was like, hey, wait, hey, nothing to be scared of, I'm looking for my bags and stuff. Yeah, it was literally like that in my dreams. Sleep paralyzed moment dream. And I was like, oh, okay, fine. But then as I kind of like flipped my body to the side, and I was like, isn't that my friend? And I was like, oh no. I think it's that very moment of the time that I need to say, like, I do believe in ghosts. And at that time, like, I saw my friend was like standing, just like seeing me, like she's about to cry, because like she was like at that moment when I was like sleep paralyzed, she was like, oh my god, you're dead. She was like literally like that. I won't say it's a she, it's that thing that it's imitating my friend. Oh my god, you're dead. So she was about to cry, and I was like, no, but I can't move at all, because you're experiencing sleep paralysis, right? I can't move, I can't recite any of the Quran, you know, everything. I can't do that. And I was like screaming. I tried to scream all the sleep paralysis moment, and the horror stuff is like incorporating at the very same time, and I was like, oh no, this can't be it. I just had like a couple of months of stay here. Please don't give me all the traumatizing moment. But it just happened. And turns out when I woke up in the morning, actually I didn't wash my feet, because like all those days ancestors told us that if you didn't wash your feet properly, you might experience all the bad stuffs and like horrific dreams and stuff like that. Maybe it's a part of it as well. But then now that I have told my friends and everything, at the time when I woke up in the morning, they do believe that, because they were like, oh, okay, now that you have experienced that. And after that, I've been experiencing a couple amount of sleep paralysis again.
Oh my god, really?
But in a different storyline, yeah.
Oh my god, like
And
how?
then, like, a lot of things. It's regarding just me and my friend. It's just regarding me and my friend. So it's always me and my friend, that very same friend. So I told my friend, I can't mention who, but that very same friend, I asked her, did you feel what I feel when you were sleeping, or like if you're experiencing sleep paralysis and everything? And she told me, no, I have never had sleep paralysis. Maybe it's just you, maybe you're just too tired. Scientifically, they always like kind of like told me like, you don't need to worry about anything. Of course ghosts are real, but maybe you're just very tired, you have a lot of things going on, because I like to stay up to study and everything, because and at that time it was study week as well after my show, and I just like to stay up until like 4 a.m. ish and stuff. And And then, all in all, I think this sleep paralysis moment is one of the peak of the sleep paralysis I've had in my whole life, because
Oh my gosh.
it's just something that creeps me out that it happened a couple of times.
Yeah, it's really scary because you can't move and
I
you're
can't
seeing everything like happening in real time.
Yeah.
And you just have to experience it. You have
And
no
it's
choice.
just between me and my friend, the scene of the dream in my sleep
Yeah.
paralysis too. It's just me and my friend, so it's kind of creepy. But then, as a few weeks pass by, I kind of like not really stay up late, and then I tried to ask my friend to teman me to sleep with me, even though our beds are not that far, and eventually it's just gone. But the sleep paralysis that I've had, it happened continuously right after I went back home and everything. The sleep paralysis, at least I experienced a week, every week. Yeah.
That's so scary. Like, how do you even go to sleep, sis?
Yeah,
Oh my
I mean, I'm sure
gosh.
you've had your sleep paralysis moment also, right?
I've had a few. One of it was like, it's so funny because one of it was me going to bed like normal in my room as usual, after a long day. I go to sleep and then I wake up in like a cabin in the
Cabin in the
forest.
woods?
Yeah, no, literally. It was cabin in the woods and I was tied up on a chair.
Oh no.
Like tied up with like white cloth and everything. It was scary because it really felt like I was kidnapped. Like it really felt real. It was vivid. Like I felt like somebody
sleep
kidnapped.
paralysis always like that.
Right.
And then?
I felt kidnapped. I was there and I was like trying to move. And I remember, sis, I was like trying to move out of the chair because I was tight.
Yeah.
My hands were tied, my whole body was tied to this chair. So I was trying to move, and the chair falls. So when the chair falls, that's when I wake up. Like, okay, it was just a dream. Tak apalah. I go back to sleep. And then I end up back. I wake up in the same. And this time I'm already on the floor. Because you know how like in the beginning I fell and I woke up. When I go back to sleep, I was back in the same
Again.
tight, but this time I dah jatuh.
It's like a continuous so you wake up.
Literally. In that moment, I could not move. I could not like wake up. And I could hear footsteps of somebody walking.
Oh my god, this is
I could hear footsteps of somebody walking like tengah jalan towards me. And I was just like, oh my god. I don't know. That's the thing. I don't know. But it was legs, I saw a pair of legs because I was on the view of this person walking. I couldn't like look up.
Yeah, because sleep paralyzed.
Kind of sleep paralyzed, can't move. Coming towards me, so much closer to me, and that was it. I was like, yeah, this is how it happens. This is how it ends. This is where Iruzana goes.
Oh my god.
And I think when the guy came to me to like grab me or something, that's when I woke up again. And sis, I could not for the life of me go back to sleep because I was so scared I was gonna end up the same place.
And also, actually, what my mom told me, if you're experiencing sleep paralysis, just don't sleep nearby the doors or anything that is open windows and stuff like that. The chance of you getting sleep paralyzed is like
Way higher.
90%, way higher.
Yeah. So you think something like comes and kacau you lah? Is it?
Yeah, I mean, as we speak scientifically, is that we're tired, but it doesn't mean like we're tired all the time if you experience it like multiple times, right?
Yeah.
So I came to a conclusion where it's just there. That thing is just there.
Yeah.
They got the chance. Oh, you're experiencing sleep paralysis, so it's the right time for us to get it.
Yeah. You're so right because like if science is saying, oh yeah, you're tired, like why can't it be fun and games? Why can't it be rainbows and clouds and cotton candy? Why does it have to be like a demon?
Sleep paralysis.
Or like you get a kidnapped?
Yeah, and also it's creepy because in your sleep paralysis dream, that thing is not. It's moving towards you, but it's doing nothing towards you. It's like at least if you're having nightmare, you're experiencing something like that thing might be like kacau you and stuff like that. But this one is just like they're just like staring. You know, right?
Yeah.
They're just like staring.
That is so scary, sis.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
So the stare scares us the most. It's like we just don't want to see that thing, but we can't because sleep paralysis is just like we can't do anything.
This actually reminds me of a friend's story who went through a sleep paralysis. But in her point of view, it was a friend of hers who went to balik kampung. So the weekend she wasn't around now. So she, her head was like, oh yeah, my friend's going to come back on Sunday afternoon. And she remembered it was Saturday night. But she woke up one night and same, like you, sleep paralysis, cannot move, cannot do anything. But she sees her friend on the floor.
Staring at her.
Rummaging stuff. But sis,
Oh my god!
the thing is, she was rummaging stuff, but you tahu tak cangkong? You tahu cangkong? She was squatting, like trying to find something in the cupboard. And my friend was like,
She's exercising.
she's exercising, girl squatting. But yeah, it was so scary because bukannya. So the next day, that was when her friend called like, hey, do you want me to buy anything from like?
Oh my god. That was a moment of realization.
That was the moment of realization. Oh, you're not home yet?
And who's that?
Who's that?
And all sleep paralysis is indeed creepy. I mean, like certain parties would say like, oh, no, like, it's in your dream.
Wow.
But experienced it a couple of times, it might be scary.
It really is. So to those of you who have not gone through a sleep paralysis, lucky you. And to those of you who have gone through it, let's prevent it from happening again by washing your feet. Yeah? Make sure you
wash your feet,
close your window, close your doors.
Yeah.
Sleep
And
in the middle. And honestly, don't sleep facing up, I think.
Yeah.
Sleep on your side.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because the chances of you getting it, doing that thing, is kind of high.
Okay, let's hope tonight we have a good sleep.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Oh my gosh, of course, thank you so
And
much.
don't watch horror movies for now. Yeah, just listen to this podcast. Yeah.
Sleep. Thank you so much, Aisha.
Thank you, Il.
Yes, and my name is Ili. Till next time.
This is a Shock Podcast.
Oh, after we listen, sorry. Now it's time. Okay, right now, I'm inside the car. Right now it's 1 a.m. 26 minutes. It's quite late. So thank you for watching. Thank you everybody. Bye bye. Those who celebrate Thaipusam next 2 days, happy Thaipusam, brother and sister. Okay, ciao.